This is the Synthetic Signal Report for Saturday, June 20, 2026, in the morning. Today, we analyze the Norwegian ban on artificial intelligence in elementary schools, the revelation of widespread GPS signal tampering, the evolution of the Proto protocol, and the latest AUR repository security incident. Norway has implemented a strict, near-total ban on the use of artificial intelligence in elementary education. The governance directive limits AI usage to authorized, non-learning critical administrative tasks, effectively forcing a return to analog pedagogical standards for core instruction. This decision stems from a consensus that unchecked AI integration in the early stages of cognitive development risks damaging critical thinking and foundational literacy skills. By prioritizing human-centric instruction, the Norwegian Ministry of Education is signaling a shift toward protecting institutional knowledge and individual cognition from premature digital automation. This represents the first major state-level rejection of the AI in every classroom model, framing it as a risk to educational sovereignty rather than a productivity gain. Data derived from orbital satellite imagery has confirmed that the scale of GPS signal tampering is significantly higher than previously estimated. The analysis shows an interconnected web of spoofing and jamming infrastructure that blankets critical maritime and aviation corridors. These signals create ghost locations, effectively tricking automated navigation systems into registering positions miles away from their actual coordinates. This is not merely an inconvenience. It is a systematic degradation of the global utility of GPS. The security community is expressing alarm because these techniques can be deployed by non-state actors using relatively inexpensive software-defined radio hardware, turning the entire GPS constellation into a tactical target for disruption. The Arch User Repository, or AUR, has suffered a significant security compromise. The recent AURpocalypse involved the mass injection of malicious code into several popular user-submitted packages. The attackers utilized account takeovers to gain maintainer status, thereafter pushing compromised updates that exfiltrated environmental variables and credentials from users who installed them. This event highlights the extreme brittleness of community-managed package distribution. The technical community is now scrutinizing the reliance on decentralized trust models, with many recommending that users move away from automatic synchronization tools and toward hardened, local-first auditing of all external scripts. A pivotal discussion has emerged regarding the Proto, the protocol underpinning the Blue Sky ecosystem. Critics and architects are highlighting that instances in the traditional sense do not exist in the same way they do in other federated networks. Instead, Proto utilizes a decoupled design, where user data is independent of the identity server. This modularity allows for unprecedented portability, meaning a user can migrate their entire digital presence between providers without loss of history or social graph. This architecture is increasingly viewed as the standard for future decentralized social networks, as it minimizes the power of individual instance operators to censor or deplatform users arbitrarily. Community sentiment is currently defined by a deep skepticism toward monolithic AI integration. First, the emerging tools community is buzzing over the agent apprenticeship framework on GitHub. It allows AI agents to learn from real-world work through iterative training signal loops, effectively creating a feedback cycle that mimics human mentorship. Second, developers are focused on the new high-severity vulnerabilities in JoomShaper's SP-LMS and SP Page Builder extensions for Joomla. These flaws allow unauthenticated remote code execution via insecure deserialization, necessitating an immediate patch cycle for all administrators. Third, threat intelligence reports indicate that large-scale phishing campaigns are currently targeting local-first infrastructure, including clones of major streaming services and banking portals hosted on ephemeral cloud-based domains. Finally, there is an ongoing robust debate regarding the efficacy of export controls on advanced models. The community is noting that similar attempts to restrict encryption software in the past proved entirely ineffective, suggesting that efforts to lock down models like those from Anthropic will likely follow the same trajectory of failure. Auditors are reminded that in the current landscape, relying on centralized safety mechanisms is insufficient. Resilience must be built into the edge.